The Kids' Table by Anita Celli. 2010. Anita Celli has written for Highlights. In this short story, a boy doesn't want to sit at the kids' table for Thanksgiving. As you read, take notes on when James feels grown up. James was exhausted. 22 people, including Jimmy. James was exhausted. 22 people, including 7 kids under age 6, were crowded into his family's house for Thanksgiving. Jimmy. Jimmy. Called a little voice. Oh no. 3-year-old Kara had found James's hiding spot, behind the sofa in the basement. They weren't playing hide and seek. James was just trying to catch his breath. All day, he'd been grabbed and thumped by little cousins who thought he was a climbing Jim. Kara now leapt onto James. He stood up and shifted Kara onto his back. She squealed and held tightly to his neck as he trudged up the steps with her. James emerged in the kitchen where his mother, grandmother, an aunt, and 2 uncles were getting dinner ready. Okay, time to let go. You're choking me, James gasped as he set Kara on the floor. Suddenly, Mario, Dana, Kyle, Sean, Franny, and Lisa stormed into the kitchen, shouting, I want to piggyback too. No, it's my turn. James backed up against the refrigerator and shot a pleading look toward his mother. Okay, kiddos, said Mom, taking the hint, go wash your hands. It's almost time for dinner, and Jimmy needs to help me. Aw, whined the 7 kids. Mom shooed them out. Aunt Brenda followed to make sure they found the bathroom. No rest for the main attraction, eh? Mom ruffled James's hair. James ducked. He hated being treated like a little kid. He was almost as tall as his mom, after all. Mom handed him a stack of plastic plates. Here, take these to the kids' table. The kids' table. He'd forgotten that he would be eating with the babies, separate from the adults. He hoped the kids would be too hungry to bother him. As soon as he set down the last plate, the band of munchkins charged back into the room. James feels like he's A. an adult, B. still a kid, C. treated like an adult, D. growing up too fast. Fortunately, Aunt Brenda saved him. No, it's not time to play with Jimmy. Find a chair and sit down. James sighed and started looking for an empty chair when his mom patted his shoulder. Maybe you'd like to sit with the adults this year, she said. I saved you a place next to Dad. It was Thanksgiving, but to James it suddenly felt like his birthday. The adults' table. No squealing, no soda spilled on his lap, no grubby fingers stealing his cornbread. James sat next to his father, too happy to speak. As the adults passed around the steaming dishes, James looked over at the little kids. They were unusually quiet, just picking at their food. The conversation around James centered on electric bills, how to repair a roof, and what to do with leftovers. He took a piece of turkey and peeked back at the kids' table, just in time to see Sean steal Kara's juice. Hey! She grabbed it back. I don't have anything to drink. Sean wailed. That's enough juice. Aunt Brenda scolded. Eat your turkey. James' plate was full. He glanced at the kids, glad to be away from their silliness, and saw Sean poke Kara. Kara poked him back, and Sean started to cry. Before he realized what he was doing, James grabbed his plate, jumped up, and strode to the kids' table. Hey! Which of the following describes the kids' table? A. The kids are unusually well behaved. B. The kids are angry that James is at the adult table. C. The kids are upset that they're not at the adult table. D. The kids are fighting with one another. The children looked at James, surprised and excited. Did you hear about the giant squirrel that pounded on the door this morning? James asked. They stared at him, wide-eyed. It was as big as a dog and demanded that we hand over Aunt Brenda's special walnut stuffing, James said. Did you give it to him? Asked Sean. All the kids hoped so. Aunt Brenda was wonderful, but her walnut stuffing? They wouldn't go near it. I almost got the pan to the door, but Aunt Brenda made me put it back, James said. He pulled over a chair and sat down. "Aw," the children cried. James tells the story about the squirrel to A. Make his aunt feel bad. B. Make the kids eat their food. C. Entertain the adults. D. Entertain the kids. But one by one, they picked up their forks and began to eat. James continued, I told him to come back later, that I was sure we'd have a lot left over. I can hear you, you know, called Aunt Brenda. We were just saying how the squirrel. James pretended to explain, then clamped a hand over his mouth. He winked at the children giggled and ate. Some of them even tried the walnut stuffing. A few of them discovered that they liked it. James wasn't sure how he'd ended up back at the kids' table. He just felt needed somehow. Mom walked by and ruffled his hair. This time, it made him feel grown up. Which of the following describes why James feels grown up? A. He helped take care of the kids. B. He is the oldest one at the kids' table. C. He helped his mom make dinner. D. He was invited to the adult table.